Hey there, Budheads. Welcome back to my channel. So that tune I was just playing is I got from a adult beginner's book. It's called Blue Mood. It's one of the only things I actually really know how to play that I've actually learned off of sheet music. So I wanted to make a update video to my Casio Privia PX-S1000 unboxing video that I posted about a year ago. First and foremost, thank you so much to everybody that has viewed it, liked it, and has commented on it. I was blown away by the amount of engaging conversation that this piano in that video sparked, and I have absolutely learned a lot about pianos from you guys, so thank you so much for that. Knowledge to me is priceless, and so when I can get it from others, I'm very appreciative of it. So I'm not a piano player, and I really appreciate everybody that thinks I do, but remember that social media, I'm only showing you the good. I didn't even know about piano action. And what I've learned from you guys in the comments section is that these black keys are not as heavy as the white keys on this piano. For a guitar player, who would have thunk? I mean, it's kind of one of those deals. I am primarily a guitar player. I've never had a piano growing up or anything like that. Beyond tinkering with like a school piano, I never been around them until my adulthood, and I bought a $300 Yamaha from Best Buy back in my college days, so I had something in my dorm room to plink on. But of course that didn't have any weighted keys. It was a cheaper keyboard, so I knew that it plastic keys and everything. It's still that was still a pretty good keyboard, but it was nothing like this where it had was trying to emulate an actual upright or grand piano. But I guess for me, I don't have that frame of reference to be able to press on the black keys and the white keys and have that automatic, like, oh, the action is off here. Now if you're to give me a guitar that's got action on it that's this high versus one that's half of it, I'm gonna be able to tell. Like, I get that. But I think, you know, a lot of the questions is like, is this piano worth it? Understanding that the action on it is a little wonky. Is it worth the buy? And I'm happy with it. Like, I love this piano. I like the look of it. Space for me is kind of a premium, right? So there's other models out there by different brands, and they all kind of differ in size and dimensions. The two that I was looking at before I settled on this one was the Casio, and then it was the another Yamaha. I forget the name of the model, I apologize, but it was at about the same price point, about $650, $600, somewhere around there. But this thing looked like it was huge. It was just humongous from Yamaha, and I didn't want that. Like, I need something nice to look at, something that looks cool to want to play on. I didn't want anything too big and bulky in my home garage studio here. Maybe that's the wrong reason to buy a piano for some. Action might be it. And if the difference in the key weight, for me, it's very minuscule. But for others, it's not obvious by the comments. And if that is a deterrent, by all means, like, I think that's absolutely valid. I would say that if like piano is your primary instrument, you're gonna want to get something a little bit nicer than a $650 piano anyway. But for me, like, I don't consider myself primarily a piano player. I'm a guitar player. But I need that shift in focus sometimes to a different songwriting tool, or just a different challenge to kind of help refresh myself on the guitar. This is an excellent choice, because you still get the element of quality with actual weighted keys, but you're not breaking the bank on something that you're gonna play not as much as your primary instrument. So with that said, I'm very, very happy with the Casio. I like the red. I think it looks cool. I think it looks kind of sexy. Thank you to Strawberry Yogurt 0, commenter that I believe They posted a bunch of links to conversations with other YouTubers about the action on this piano, as well as those YouTubers in interaction with Casio. And I watched a YouTube video, and it was of a live stream of a Casio rep talking about and ultimately confronting that issue of difference in weight behind the keys there. One thing I'll say, I found his response to be a little defensive. In my career, I do public relations. Defensiveness is usually not a good stance to take. One thing I was reading up on about this Casio model is that the reason why is because there's some smaller mechanism in the black keys than the white keys that's causing the action to be a little bit different. And the reason why they did that was because they were trying to make a lightweight product with weighted keys, so they had to make that sacrifice there. And if you're Casio, my advice is just own that. Just, hey, understand that we had to sacrifice a little bit of the action, but we wanted to make a lightweight piano. Just own that. Just own it. Okay? Like, if that's the truth, if that's your truth, that's your truth. And we as the consumers then get to determine whether we like your truth or not. I've made it clear I already like your truth, so you haven't lost this customer, right? But somebody might, if they see your truth and say, oh, well, action means a lot more to me than having something that's lightweight because I'm not going to move it anyway. Or if you're like me, I live in a small apartment, I like to rearrange things, I like to move it around, maybe I do want the lightweight, and I can sacrifice a little bit of the action. But anyway, I think that's all I really wanted to say about as an update. Again, I appreciate everybody's engagement on that video, and keep the conversation going, and I'll do my absolute best to respond to every single one of you guys with my utmost honest answer. You know, I don't claim to be an expert in music. I'm really just a hobbyist. I'm just like everybody else, and I hope to learn from you, and I hope maybe you can learn from me too. I think that's what's awesome about this. So please do subscribe, like, comment, turn on the notifications, all that good stuff. Let's continue to build this community, Budheads. All right, with that, I'm out. Have a great weekend.